I would like to highlight that UIS has been proclaimed the local authority by the Minister of Urban Regional Councils and Urban Development on the 15th of July 2025. This means that now residents of UIS will be able to vote for their local authority councillors. But previously, these people would only vote for their regional council's election because UIS is in Daure's constituency of the Rongo region. So in the previous elections, like in 2020, the year before that, they could only vote for the regional council. But now that UIS has been proclaimed the local authority, they will be able to now vote for their local authority council, meaning that UIS has been proclaimed a village council, whereby when we go to the nomination process, political parties would then, or associations or organizations would be able to nominate candidates who would then be standing for the local authority council of that place. I think it's a very important step because it also going to promote the growth of the settlement, because UIS was previously a village council and then it was demoted to a settlement and then again upgraded to a village council. So I think when a place is has been promoted to a village council, there are so many factors that has been taken into account. The economic growth, we know the many mining activities that are taking place within UIS, meaning the economic growth of the place would grow, the development, especially in terms of the road infrastructure, the other services would also grow. So I think it's a very good step. And having been in UIS, where I'm currently at now, the excitement within the residents of UIS for them to be able to have their own village council is being seen as a very significant step towards the growth of the place. So I think that is one of the things that one can really look at. So yeah, looking at this, one would expect that everybody who is a resident within UIS would then want to take part in this significant step. The most important step. To some residents, it will be the first time for them to be able to have a village council within their town. So I think it's something very significant.
Yeah. Now that the settlement is upgraded, what is the Electoral Commission of Namibia doing to sensitize the community about registration for the local authority elections?
The supplementary registration of voters has started on the 4th of August. It is going to end on the 19th of August. Going back to your question as to what have we been doing to sensitize the residents of UIS for them to register as voters. We have voter education officers that are within that has been deployed within the constituency, specifically the UIS local authority, to sensitize the residents. We have engaged the settlement office to obtain maps so that we'll be able to know the boundary maps of the village council, or the village itself, to know where the boundaries of the town would start and end, so that we are assured that who are the people that we need to include in our voter education interviews. We have also engaged the residents through collaborations with NBC, where we have radio services broadcasting live within UIS to engage the residents, because to sensitize people is a constant engagement process. So we have been really on the ground sensitizing people through the radio, through the face-to-face sessions, having engagements with various stakeholders to ensure that the message is spread across for everybody to come and register to vote. But having looked at the figures of UIS, from the first day of registration up to now, on average, we are registering about 120 people within UIS itself. Looking at the statistics that we have received from the Namibia Statistics Agency, it shows that there's very good progress. We have registered over 70% of eligible residents in UIS so far. So I think through these concerted efforts that we have with stakeholders, we are trying to reach out to everybody within WIS to register for the local authority election.
And what role does the ECN play in facilitating the integration of new local authorities like WIS into the national electoral framework?
The thing that we do as an electoral commission is to ensure that the residents are first informed, because when you look at the proclamation of a settlement any place as a local authority is a responsibility outside the domain of the electoral commission. But then once this place has been proclaimed a local authority, it is the responsibility of the electoral commission to ensure that we engage first the stakeholders, all the stakeholders within the place, so that people are informed and know what it means for a place to be proclaimed as a local authority first. Secondly, we then engage the citizens, because for a place to be proclaimed a local authority, it means that people would then have to vote. So what is it that we do for them to know that they have to vote? We do an extensive voter and civic education campaign where we give them information, first of all, the importance of registering as a voter, because for them to be able to take part in these elections, you need to be a registered voter, registered voter first. So those are some of the things that we do. And then later on, because this is just the first part of the process, so now we are engaging them, giving them information on the registration process. We are coming back again to give them education on the responsibilities of their local authority councillors. Because for you to be able to go and vote, you need to know what is it that these people are going to do for us. What is it what are the benefits of having a local authority council within a given town? So this is what we are going to do. It's a process, it's a continuous process. Obviously, we are going to, the Electoral Commission will also then have to facilitate the nomination process that would then have to take place within WIS. The nomination process would start on the 26th of September and is going to end on the 16th of October. It's also important for the Electoral Commission to sensitize everybody. What does nomination entail? Who should hand in their nomination for them to contest these elections? These are all processes that we are going to do to ensure that the residents of WIS are brought back within, are given information on the voting processes and their voting rights, as well as, most importantly, the functions of their local authority councillors.
Yeah. And just finally, what is your message to the people of WIS as they prepare to cast their votes for the first time as a recognized local authority?
Yes, the message that I have for them is, for you to be able to vote, you need to be a registered voter. That is the key critical issue that is there. For you to vote, you need to be a registered voter. We have basically 4 days left, including today. We have 4 days left for the registration process. After this process, there won't be any other process for you, another period for you to register as a voter. So my message to the residents of WIS is for them to come out in numbers, those that have not registered yet. As I indicated earlier on, we have registered about 70% of all the residents in WIS. So the remainder 30% is to encourage them to come out and register as voters. We know for you to register in a local authority, you need to prove your residency within a given town, village. We know that people would have to show their municipal bills, their telecom bills and so forth. But we know now that the place has been proclaimed a settlement. Many residents might not have these proofs. They can turn up at our registration point and give a declaration under oath that they are residents of WIS. They have been there for a year and more for them to be able to register as voters. So my message to them is please come out and register to vote, so that 26th November, you are a voter in the queue, ready to vote for, I think, to most of them, your first village council in your lifetime, so which is an exciting period, that should be an exciting period for them. So I think the message for now is for them to come and register.